Last session, you watched from a wooded rise as a red heartbeat pulsed below. Roots gnawed through old tombs, and distant chanting braided with the glow. You weighed caution against curiosity, and sent Echo slipping from shadow to shadow. From her vantage, she saw a rotted woodwoman leading a rite with two fungus-grafted elves around an elongated crystal. Red roots ran from it, into the great uprooted tree you had seen before. A main root, like a leash. When the vines sensed Echo and groped for her, she blinked through shadow and returned with what she learned. You chose a bolder gambit. Eliana crept closer, while Grim prepared a thunderous distraction. He sprinted up an improvised ramp and crashed into the circle. Elven scythe-bearers drew blood and vanished into bloody mist. The woodwoman barked for them to stop, and a swirling amalgam of umbral darkness and crimson energy coalesced. Echo darted for the crystal, but was snared in thorny cages. Grim smashed through corrupted trees and hurled the woodwoman toward Echo. The counterattack felled Grim, and the battlefield soured as the Umbra stretched skin thin and made wounds weep. Eliana's magic forced the hidden elves to bleed out of concealment, while Echo grappled the crystal away, and then, face to face with the woodwoman, cut her down, as the cultist hissed that you did not understand, and it had to be found. Eliana then poured everything into a final blast that ripped the elemental apart, even as its backlash scoured her. Studying the prize, you realized the crystal was a pre-calamity growth focus, now corrupted to control the great tree. Echo hastily wrapped its leaking power in salvaged bindings and holy water, but a stray spark birthed another elemental. Spent and wounded, Echo tore open a path through shadow and dragged you both into the Umbra, fleeing under a cloak of darkness. In that hush, you tended Grim in your gear, each haunted by what the Umbra showed you. With the crystal secured as best you could, you resolved to quit the grove and hurry back to Bonecleft Keep to seek wiser counsel and a way to cleanse what you now carry.
All right, so with that, we would like the downtime moves from Corey.
All right. I actually think we took a downtime before our last rest. So I'm all cleared.
So you can do prepare to get yourself some hope.
Oh, okay. All right. Do that.
So because you can do actions twice, so you could just prepare twice and get 2 hope.
Okay.
If you are good on everything else.
Yeah. Let me do that. And
Unless, actually, before I do that, because I'm sure Corey does care, is anybody really bad on a thing that they'd like Corey to notice?
I'm down half health.
ooh, I can help heal. I don't actually need to prepare. I can help heal others.
Did we do a rest at the end of the last session, though, I thought?
We did one right before we started moving because Grim was still out, and I used one of my actions to heal him.
Yeah, and I was beat up on stress and armor, I remember. So I couldn't help Grim because I needed to get that
Yeah,
back.
so we're just processing Corey's actions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, basically, we all did yours. I was just processing Corey's.
Of course. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, old man, if you don't mind, like, give me some insight on how to perform better in the battle without going down in the first round and lowering my stress, I would definitely take your advice.
Oh, how would that work? In terms, so I lower your stress by making you more prepared.
It was just me asking for help during
Yeah.
downtime.
So the idea is that like you might right now come up with like some like battle wisdom that you'd RP,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
we'd roll the D4 plus 1. Because
Got it.
we're
Okay.
we're always working on making sure that the mechanics back up the narrative, that we're not just going, oh, I just do this action.
Fair enough. All right. So Graham, if you're such a big guy, and I know you're used to running in there, but if you kind of held back and just were a little bit more cautious and picked your moment better, you could probably avoid some unnecessary pain. But everything else, man, you're a beast. You get in there, but just be a little bit more cautious and look for that opportunity, more patient. And
cautious and pick my moment. Thank
Yep.
you.
No worries.
So Corey, you could roll that D4.
All right.
D4 plus
And then
1.
it's plus proficiency. All right.
Plus a tier, I think.
You said plus 1 for my proficiency?
I think it's plus tier, isn't it, for that?
Yeah.
So I think it's
Okay.
1. Yeah.
So, sorry, it's 2.
I'll take it.
I rolled a 1. All right. Anyone else?
Echo
Yeah.
flies over with a tiny band-aid and big watery eyes. It tries to get you to wrap it around her.
Oh, I happily help her and start wrapping her, and I put some salve as well to tend her wounds. All right. Wait to see that. That would be rolling it.
It's a D4 plus 1 again.
Yeah, this is taking a little bit to roll. All right, so it's 3.
Oh, nice.
Big number. All right. So you are quite a ways away from Bonecleft Keep. Thankfully. And as you look out, what is how do you want to proceed? In what ways do you want to move forward?
We should probably be super careful so we don't trigger anything on the way. We still don't know how much of that stuff is out here, and who knows what's on the path back at this point.
I
Yeah, but-
agree.
We also need with some haste because we also don't know if this crystal is going to infect us or the area around us. It's kind of a balance of both.
All right. How heavy is the crystal? Would I be able to carry it?
Yeah. I mean, the crystal itself is probably a good 6 pounds.
If you want, I could try to fly it above everybody to stay out of the reach of things as much as I can.
Sure. Just be aware of how you're feeling and what your, as best you can, your physical, emotional state, because we don't know what it does.
Are you gonna fly above the tree line too? Because I'm more worried about the trees affecting it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
reminder. Yeah, there's dead things all in the trees that are
Yeah.
possibly umber
in
infected.
that case, maybe Eliana should hold on to it, and I'll just try to trek at the front and try to see how sneaky I can make us.
Yeah, if you could help scout the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it too with the magic, detect magic thing. Maybe I can sense if it changes or if it's going to alter the environment or whatever around us.
All right.
I'll follow cautiously and make sure nothing comes behind us.
All right. So, so let's think through this. So, Corey, you're kind of doing the cautious follow, you said?
That's right.
All right. So, I think for this travel, who's going to be the lead person?
Echo will.
Okay. And Echo, how are you approaching it again?
I'm going to be scouting and staying kind of as hidden as I can. So I'll be staying up front about, let's say about somewhere around 30 to 60 feet ahead.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do instinct for your scouting then.
Okay. Instinct. And if I stay low to the ground, I'm going, yeah, I could stay low. Is it kind of tall grass in here? Out here? You say?
Not really grass, but there's dead there's undergrowth, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'll use my where giants can't go experience by spending a hope,
Yeah.
and I'll roll my instinct.
Well, wait, sorry. So
sorry?
It's my own thing. So be ready with your instinct roll.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
And then, so Corey, you're kind of in the back doing the lookout then.
That's right.
We'll do a reaction instinct from you.
Okay. And just jog my memory. It's a reaction. It's just a duality dice, but no hope.
Correct.
Hope.
Correct. Yeah, you still get your modifiers and everything. You just don't generate hope or fear.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's a correct. All right. I had rolled 2 1s.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So it's a correct. You don't get any of the special benefits, unfortunately, but it's definitely good. And then, Eliana and Grim, how are you helping make all this happen?
Well, I guess I'm just being vigilant with everybody else, right? You're looking for how are we helping navigate through the forest?
Yeah. So whenever the party does like the same action, the idea is we do the group check, and you do have freedom. So because navigate's the big thing, so that's why Echo has a navigate roll. But everyone else, you can be a little creative in how you help if you want. And therefore roll a little bit of a different check. If that makes sense.
Sure. I'm just more aware with the crystal and just kind of following along with everybody because I'm not too familiar with this forested area. Just kind of cradling the crystal and keeping an eye out, I guess.
All right. So, do you want finesse for trying to keep the crystal still?
Sure, that works.
Okay.
Can I spend a hope for Echo and just advise her to stick to the shadows and zip back and forth, zigzag as she's navigating, or would that help her?
Not for this.
Okay.
Not in this instance. What did Eliana get?
I got a 16 with hope.
Okay. Cool. Then Grim.
Grim is thinking really hard, tapping his finger to his head, going, I think I remember the exact path to go back, so if we don't alternate too far from it, we should get back quickly. Yes.
All right. So you want knowledge?
Yes. That's a 15.
Okay. All right. So now, Echo, as you roll, as everyone's helping you, this will be a +4.
All right.
And that's from your party.
So on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's go. This is a reaction roll, correct?
No, yours is an actual action.
Oh, okay. All right. 15 with hope.
Oh, wow.
I rolled super low.
There you go. See, that's
gotta
how. That's how everything helps. Because you had like +6 onto that.
I had a +7 onto that.
Jeez. Okay.
But I rolled really low.
All right. So, Echo, as you are listening to Grim and where he says, and Corey begins calling out when they see anything too crazy wiggle or move. And Eliana is very carefully making sure the crystal doesn't react to anything. You are able to make fairly good progress. You look around, and as you move through the woods, there are hands now that are crawling down from the disturbed graves. And you can see kind of far away along your path as you're getting closer to Bonecleft Keep. There's this strange light, kind of pale red, almost pinkish, but muted, that moves like almost in a mist. As it gets close to a tree, you can see the mist almost forms into a hand. As it pulls itself. And then up. But it's just floating in this area. What would you all like to do?
Oh, that's different.
Do mists normally have hands?
If we try to move to a left or to a right, does it seem like it's still trying to block our path? Is it moving with us? Is it responding to us?
Right now, it just seems to be kind of very quickly moving around the area. But it is like within the way you need to go. And this is in that well-worn and understood path back to there. You'd have to go into unexplored or unusually traveled areas to get past it.
Well, I think we have two choices here, guys. We either try to go quickly through it, or we try to find a way around it into some places we've never been.
Ooh. I know it's weird, but is there any way, Eliana, you can sense if it's part of the Umbra, or if this is just some supernatural thing that isn't related to the Umbra?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Heading kind of closer to the hand, I'll approach. Keep the crystal tucked in, but I want to see if it either reacts to the crystal, reacts to me, coming closer. Well, as I get closer, because I have to be within close range. Am I within close range to use the arcane sense?
Okay.
I mean, I'll maneuver to get to the point where I could see, to get a feeling like, I'm going to walk up, kind of put a hand out in front of me and see if I can do, like a force presence, reach out and see if there's anything with this or even in the area. But.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you are sensing things, but go ahead and give me a knowledge roll to get deeper information here.
So it's a 13 with hope.
Okay. So, you mark your hope as your senses it seems like this is a thing that is almost trying to be formed, or um, you hear whispers of many voices within it. And as you watch it, it's almost picking up and grabbing pieces of wood and plant to form around it, as if many pieces of long ago departed souls are coming together. And even as you get close here, and you draw close and you let your senses out, there is this slight pain in your fingertips before you have to kind of reach back.
Yeah.
As though it was trying to draw the life force out of you. But with your knowledge and experience, you knew when to pull back before it really noticed you, as it's just drawing the life from the area around.
Okay, so so something's going on here. I don't know if it's bad or if it's good, but there's a lot of voices within it, and it looks like it's grabbing up debris, but I don't know if it's trying to create maybe a body, or for whatever reason it seems to be really interested in grabbing this and grabbing the word. But we have to be careful, because just as you saw me pull back, it also wants to draw life out of me, or maybe if we walked through it, I'm not sure if it's gonna attack us that way and kind of sap the life out of us. So I don't know, what do you want to do? Try to go around it, or should we try and talk with it? There are whispers, there are voices in it, multiple voices. Do we try to talk to it?
I don't know. What's I like Echo's two options here. But what do you think, Grim?
Grim will wait for his moment. He nods towards Corey.
Hey, well, you know what? You guys, Eliana, you're probably the best to make the call on this, since you're the one who sensed, how it affected you, and whether it's potentially a risk for us, right?
I don't. There's not enough information. I mean, I know it's drawing life force, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to draw it from us. But it's definitely cause for concern. I think right now we should just try to swing out away from it. Is it a large area that we're talking about that we're going to have to get off the path, or is this just?
It's large enough that you have to go from the path and kind of go another area.
It costs us a significant amount more time. Like it's taking us off the path. It's like we have to go basically east instead of like north. Is it like
yeah, essentially, yeah. It's fairly significant in order to make sure you don't get anywhere, because it's kind of floating about, to make sure it doesn't come near you.
Right, but otherwise it's not bothering us, even though it obviously knows I'm here, if not the rest of the party. Or it may not, it may not be intelligent. It just may be how it works. I just don't want to start another fight needlessly. I think we're better off trying to skirt around it until it decides it wants to come at us, or,
I'm always in favor of a little exploration.
Take it cautiously, go get closer, see if we can get around. If we sense anything really dangerous, start just going around.
Yeah, I'm fine with leaving the path and seeing if the cloud, the mist hand, and the voices start following us, or if they look interested in us. If we can go, then let's move around it and just move on. let sleeping Umbras sleep.
It's not even about which path
right.
we're on. It's about the friends we made along the way. Follow me.
All right.
All right. Okay, so say attempting to get by. This is I think the group then. Who wants to lead kind of a finesse for being stealthy around us?
I mean, obviously, Echo can, unless somebody wants to step up and stealthy.
I could.
Not very stealthy.
I'm moderately stealthy.
All right.
I'm definitely not stealthy.
You want to take this one, Echo?
Sure.
Okay, so that
I
would
think
be
you're more
lead,
stealthy
so
than
then everyone else has a reaction as
Yeah.
to how they're helping. So what's everybody doing?
So my part in helping out is I'm kind of just monitoring as we're skirting by, what this hand is doing and making sure that it's not coming with, or that feeling doesn't turn towards, darker or, anger or, malicious. I don't know what I can sense out of it. If the color of it turns from happy pink to blood, red, yellow, black energies sort of thing. So I'm watching that as we're skirting somewhat quickly around it so we don't disturb it, leave it alone. So,
All right. Just instinct.
and 19.
Okay. Then Grim McCoy.
Because it doesn't matter with hope or fear, right?
Correct.
Okay, so 19.
Grim has grabbed a big bush that was kind of not moving, and he's picked it out of the ground, and he's kind of holding it like a mobile, wall, and moving slowly. So every time it if it notices us, we stop, and he puts it there, and then we keep moving. It's big enough that it blocks the whole group.
I love it. Give me that strength.
That's a critical success. 16.
Ooh.
Really big bush.
And behind Grim's. Corey?
Yeah, I take some bandages or some cloth out of my bag, and I wrap Grim's feet.
Oh.
So it's a little bit more quiet because he's got pretty large feet, and we might be stepping off the path and stepping on branches or something that could make a noise. So we just want to muffle that.
I can't. Go ahead and give me finesse.
That's a 10
Okay.
with hope. But
Yeah. Echo, you have a +2 from your group.
All right. +2. Then I'm going to use my experience again. Gotta bring it up a little bit. I'm going to stay low to the underbrush here, if I can.
Okay.
And kind of take my time at the ground level. All right. Finesse. I assume it's finesse, correct? Or am I doing navigate?
That's finesse.
Okay. All right. So 2 from the group, and 2 from me. Here we go. Ugh. 15, but with fear.
Okay. All right.
How I've rolled today is 15.
Indeed. So, as you push yourself now, you're careful not to get close, and in fact, decide to go quite a bit away, keeping the best distance you can. And You hear the whispers, the calls, and you kind of go until you can't hear them anymore. You feel that you're able to successfully get by. So now you maneuver through and into almost like a slight valley here. And that seems to be the best way to get on through. And you realize that you've come into the strange nest. And you look and there are eggs about. Among the eggs are gathered pieces of bodies, not the corpses from above, but what looks like much more fresh kills of various humanoids. Mixture of shells and scaled hands and flesh litter the ground. And above you, you hear this call and see a flutter of feathers and claws. And coming down and landing, you see this large beast, almost a wolfish face with wings. You know this as a Strix wolf, kind of this owl or bird-like wolf combination. It looks hungry and not happy that you've gone, but still kind of cowers. Not cowers, but is now protective over its nest. How would you like to proceed?
So they got baby food out. We don't want to go through this nest, I don't think. Does anybody see a way around this?
How close this nest is to wherever the mist was, but is there a path between the two that we could skirt around the nest in a safe distance, but still not?
Yeah. Well, I'd say right now the situation is you've aggravated the mother.
Oh, okay.
So how you want to proceed from there is up to you.
And does she look like she's going to attack, or can we?
She's in like a
up?
protective stance right now. Right now, she's sort of looking at you, so you can kind of decide how you want to proceed.
Do any of you speak Strix wolf?
If I throw the eggs far enough, it probably should chase them, right?
You what?
If I throw their eggs far enough, it would go after the eggs, right?
You remember that advice I gave you?
I'm thinking. I'm not acting first.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Fair enough. Yeah, let's try maybe a slightly less aggressive approach. Let's all start backing away and not make eye contact and see if the mother starts calming down a little bit. What do you think?
I think it's going to eat Echo.
Oh. Echo, you can go a far distance in a very short time, right?
No.
No, you don't have
That's
that
a
ability.
myth about fairies.
I could have swore.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if there's a shadow, sure. But I mean, I'm all for your plan too, unless somebody's got something like some meat on them they can throw this wolf and maybe calm them down a little bit.
Oh, I just used my Wand of Born ability to pull something out of my backpack to wrap Grimm's feet. Wish I could have saved that. Does anyone else have a Wand of Born nomadic pack?
No.
No.
Nope. I mean, I got some meat, and he looks down at himself.
Oh no. No. Can we do we see any like limbs or something in the trees that we could still reach for, grab and toss, or maybe something nearby that could be sufficient bait?
Go ahead and give me. If you want to look, go ahead and do your instinct, please. There, Corey.
All right. Not great.
I will help Corey out and lift him up on my shoulders and hold him in the so he can get a higher advantage, giving you a d6 advantage.
Oh, thank you. All right, here we go. It is a 12 with hope.
A 12 with hope. Okay.
Let me see, like a rabbit or something.
Yeah. So you kind of hold them up and you look and this immediately you see this large mother just kind of like taking this as a form of aggression as they beat their wings and charge into you, Corey.
And Grim, right?
We'll see going for Corey. 11.
Nice. So am I reacting?
Well, it's your evasion.
My evasion.
11 to
All right.
hit.
Okay, I got 12.
12. Okay, how do you get out of the way?
I spring off of Grim and jump to the far left tree, meaning grab the limb and swing around and get to safety. And it just barely, I feel it barely brush my tail as I'm springing away off of Grim.
I love it. So this is kind of leaps using its wings to bat it, and it lands on the ground on the other side, turns. And I'll pass the spotlight.
Grim smash! I waited, Corey.
I think it's that time.
Grim jumps into the air. It comes down with a giant pummeling strike. Ooh, that's going to be a 10 with fear.
Oh, okay. So as you come down, it bats its left wing. The wind kind of, and just as you're about to hit it, its body is able to leap to the side, buffeted by the wing, as it, actually buffs both wings, and it takes to the air. Remaining close above you, snarling in more of a hunter and a dive and attack motion. But that's all it does for now as we pass the spotlight.
I want to fly up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have some hope to spend if we want to tag team.
Yeah. Do what you got to.
What do I have to do for the tag team role, or do I just spend the hope?
So you spend the hope, and then you each usually say maybe what attack you were doing,
Yeah.
or what your move here is.
I guess how would we tag team? Is it Elian or Echo that I'm tag teaming with, or can we?
You can choose, I think, who you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you do it, you pick somebody and you ask them to tag team with you, and then you both would go ahead and do it.
Okay. So Echo, since this beast is in the air and above Grim, I'm up in the tree and I just spring forward and I'm like doing. I've got my short sword in one hand, my warhammer in the other, and I'm doing like a right swing with my short sword. But I'm also like kind of that's more my feint. I'm gonna come down with my warhammer, my spiked end of the warhammer.
Nice. I think for Echo's part, she'll be flying upward toward the stomach. So kind of hit it from the top and the bottom.
All right, awesome. So you both roll. We'll see what the rolls are.
Okay.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
And is there any advantage at all for doing tag team?
So there is. So do your rolls, and I'll explain it.
Okay. All right. 13 with fear.
21 with fear.
Okay, so what you do is you take the highest. So therefore, you both get a 21 with fear. That's the advantage of the tag team. So if one of you critted, you both would have critted, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
And then the other advantage is if you would have just done these separately, you would have done it. You would have each gotten fear, right? So this would have had 2 additional attacks,
Mm-hmm.
and now it only gets 1 attack, right? From that. So that's things the tag team does. It increases your action economy and stuff like that, which is very useful. But I do get 2 fear. So all right, roll your damages.
Crap.
18.
With sneak attack and all that stuff, I get 14.
Oh, very nice. 18 damage from Corey too.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, you together. How do you want to kill it?
I guess my spiked hammer goes right through its skull.
Yeah.
Up, coming down, but Echo going up,
Splat.
and it falls. There.
Poor mama.
Lifeless.
How many eggs were there?
3.
Anyone hungry?
What? We gotta raise them as our pups now, and they don't have a mom.
Well, that's
I don't know.
what I was thinking. Seeing as we took out its mother, these aren't going to survive on their own. Do we take them and maybe see if we could sell them? I don't know if you can raise Strix wolves as
Well, it's
pets,
interesting.
but
Matt, you had said we're familiar with this creature. So, are we familiar with their like their instincts? Like, could
Generally
you
not
domesticate one?
domesticatable. I mean, these
Okay.
are usually if you found like wolves, they're going to be problems.
Okay.
If you're trying to raise a wild animal, just the aggressiveness and all that type of thing. But yeah, do how you'd like to. Each one of these, I mean, is probably like about a 2-foot egg.
Yeah. Are they known as a delicacy by any groups? I hate to say it, but dark.
I mean,
Yeah,
food is
We could
food.
sell it. We could sell it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, definitely. I mean, you definitely think you could probably, if you turn these 3 eggs in for 3 eggs, you could get like a handful of gold.
Ooh, that's good.
Gold
Hopefully they
seller.
don't hatch.
How about the mother? Does anyone buy these hides? Can we redeem any value from her as well?
Very potentially. There's always dangers taking slaying creatures through the Umbra, but if you can get to, can do it in time. Again, this is a very large kind of creature.
Oh yeah, this thing might rise.
Um,
right.
That's true.
we should probably keep moving. Is the mist doing anything?
you got out of sight of that thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All
Sorry, I
right.
had to step away.
You're all good.
All right, so we're taking the eggs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I like that. Kind of pick up the eggs, leaving the.
Yeah, Grim, could you carry these? These three. I guess can you carry one of the eggs? Do we have to like split them up? Would they crack if we put them into Grimm's? Grim, are you carrying anything to carry those?
No, I'm
Like
not
a
carrying
backpack?
anything. I can
No backpack.
I can wrap them in some cloth.
I could try to
Carry 'em.
MacGyver them on your belt there.
Yeah,
You're wearing a belt.
that
Oh
works.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Tim, you're all nearly at capacity at this point, but you can definitely carry them.
All right.
Yeah. And if we get into a tough situation, we can use these as the bait to throw at another creature.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or if we need to take a rest and eat, and we can maybe cook them up.
Oh, we the baddies.
Let's keep going then. If we're
Yeah, so you take these and the best you can. Continue forward. And as you do, having gone around, now you are finally able to see the torchlight made by the burning branch, or sorry, the major torch, spreading light around Bonecleft from the sacred flame of the sacred branch. Now lights the area, the warm glow, not quite touching you, but visible through the dark.
see the pyre, let's move a little faster. We're almost there.
My God. Approaching, there's a moment of them calling down, and you're able to respond. They see you dragging, convinced you're not corrupted or dead. The door opens, and you are received back to Bonecleft Keep. The guards, thank you. Oh, you made it back. It kind of looks and it's like the trees. Hope you have some information. As he kind of looks out, sees the tree is still there, and kind of a little menacingly up. What would you like to do?
Search out like where the village elder is, and to I guess make sure they're there to hear everything that the team has to say, and so they're ready to give me the the reward. I focused on that, getting that information. But yeah, Grim, if maybe you could brief them on what we saw.
Yes, let's find the elders and tell them what we learned, and Ileana can show them the crystal. And Echo, I believe you overheard some of the cultists talking. I kind of passed out, so maybe you guys can tell them what you heard.
Of course.
All right. So you go about, and quickly the elders are assembled once more. And you're greeted. Children come up to Ileana and always hug her ankles because they were the most worried about you. That's all.
Hello, my babies.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're back safe. We're so worried. You snuck off. You shouldn't go.
Oh, you know me. Nothing takes me down.
You're too funny to
I've got-
die.
I've got to be back here to take care of my babies. How have you been? Have you been good? Have you been bullying your sister?
Kid gets red. No, and this is yes. As
Now we talked about that. Stop pulling on her hair.
all right. You see the group now gather around, and the kids are kind of shoot off a little bit as the elders bring you to the center guard house once more.
All right,
As
kids.
they
I need to
gather
talk to the adults, so I will be back. We'll play some games.
Indeed. As they hear your tale, they go, it is so good. We are glad that you have been able to come back. What have you discovered? I hope some type of hope for our situation.
We found these 2 items, and I motioned Eliana and Corey to pull out the seed and the crystal. And he leans in really close to Corey and whispers, "Do you want to show him the other thing?"
I'll bring out all 3 items, or both items in my pack, and you see me put down my pack and just very lovingly and cautiously pull out the container with the dirt and the seed, put it in front of them, and open the top so that they could see it. And then, I take that sword, ancient sword, and lay it in front of them, and allow them to inspect it and look over it, and just explain that the seed, what was it? Echo had, I can't remember who had noticed it, but it was looks like a seed that could be potentially for a sacred branch, and just to be really careful about it. We don't want to cause any more damage to it. We might still be able to use it for rekindling my community.
Yeah, that was Ellie.
Yeah.
There was something reminded me about that seed that I'd seen in the past with my mother, a druid, deeply involved with nature. That it seems to remind me that it's sort of a spark to something, and I think it might be for maybe a pyre, but I was very young at the time when it happened. And the sword is definitely it has emanations of it being magical. I'm still new in my research to be able to glean any more information. And also we have this crystal, which we either need to figure out how to heal, and I'll unwrap, as because I think Echo put some stuff around it. I kind of unwrap it so they can see it, but it is bleeding out some form of magic, some power, and it was being used to manipulate the tree. So this may have something to do with it, but we were also told that we don't understand, and that it needs to be found by the person we acquired this from. We're not quite sure what that means, and that's why I wanted to get more information from the elders on the area, and to see if how we can start working towards healing this crystal. Because if I'm right, if we can fix it, it'll be incredibly useful.
They all look around, and coming up most is one elder who you know as Merwin. She, or Marwin, as she comes up, looks over very quickly, says, "Cover the crystal up."
And I cover it.
Because she wears, her form is like draped in shawls of what looks like faded and well-worn mourning cloth. Her left eye clouded, unable to see out of it. And this little necklace, what looks like tiny bones. She looks about and examines what you've brought her. She looks up. Indeed. Because this crystal, I've heard of them. It has been horribly corrupted. It once held the power to make trees grow, but creatures have gathered the umber energies instead. It is both unstable and dangerous to use. Healing it, and she kind of thinks, I did know of a place once. And as she's saying these things, she's kind of taking everything in. She goes, so the tree's no longer being controlled. And you have the seed. She goes to the sword, which she seems unfamiliar with. Not sure about this. The seed, however, this, she shows it to another elder, the one you had talked to before, Corey, that kind of gives a nod. This can grow into a blessed branch, but it's looks withered, not properly kept, or at least for a long time. These are the last bit of what the deities gave us before they fled. It has to be rekindled, or if it's even usable. But she grasps Corey's hand as she goes, but Corey, this is hope. This may be the thing that you might need, should you find the right means to reinvigorate it.
Thank you. Is there anything else, I guess, we should know that, that you have information about, the blessed branches or any other way it means aside from this, maybe we have another option that you were alluding to before we left on this journey that you want to share with me?
She kind of, she thinks a bit. She goes, I mean, there are people, there's always trying to make your way to the Socian Athenium. That's likely. People might have more information there. But she kind of like takes her moment, shows as she looks at the seed, and even the crystal too. She goes, these though I've heard rumor of a settlement past the crypts of Zothu. If you make your way there, and there could be information there. I do know within the crypts some of the order that would have made the crystal would have been interred. There could be information, but it is dangerous. I mean, well, as everything is, but the Umber has had time to seep into the crypts and the life there and make things beyond description. But on the other side, there is a lit settlement that should give you information. It's only all we know. It's referred to as the light beyond Zothu. Not met anyone from there, and not many have gone. It's nearly impossible to get to through Zothu.
I've heard that place is very dangerous. A lot of horrors lit there. That's unfortunate. All right. Well, thank you. Is there anything, any other insight or information you can provide to us about what you've learned since we've been gone about the I guess abnormal activity happening around
and they start to go well. Well, the woman still speaks. She goes, "This crystal. If you are going to travel through, there is a statue, a shrine of a winged figure."
Yep, it's the first fairy.
Looks, yes. It goes by many names. It's not. There might be information on this as she taps the wrapped crystal. And if it's of the same order that you all this is related, maybe more on this sort as well. It's possible. I wouldn't. That may be a place to seek knowledge or insight into what is happening.
We found the sword where we found the seed. The crystal was in a different spot. But...
Right. Those, of course.
Do you know of the group that was in that tomb that I don't remember the name of you know what I'm talking about. Those who watch I'm trying to remember the name of that.
They're talking about the Guards of the Future Calamity.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Did you say that? And I don't know that. No, I've never heard of them.
Okay.
As now you're kind of given that information, there's this. In fact, we've never. If what you're saying is correct, this means that some people knew about the Umbra before it came. I have not heard or seen any records of something like that.
Where I'm from, there's also things that looked eerily similar to that particular place we just went to. So I think a lot of these things might have been in different parts of the world. These guards, I mean.
What they know about? I mean, wasn't just disturbing to hear.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you said matches a lot of the reading I did that reminded me of the tree in particular with the growing of trees. But one thing I wanted to know a little bit more about, you mentioned the branch. Could you tell me specifically what the branch does? Is it what? Because you mentioned the crystals were what helped grow the trees. What does the branch do? That you mentioned.
Sacred Pyre seed?
Yeah, Sacred Pyre seed. Yeah. She goes, well, from it you can make one of the blessed branch. And
Right.
its energy is to keep it burns and keeps the Umbra and those infected by it away.
Oh, wow.
It's what is used to make settlements, and as Corey has talked to us, it could be key to reclaiming what was taken from him, bringing his people back, or finding them a new place, make an entirely new edge against the darkness of this world.
Do you think such a branch could bring about multiple homes?
I have never seen a seed, and in a way I have yet to see it, as this one is not fully intact, but if cared for, it might, who knows what it can do. If you said, and as I've heard you talk about the Gardens of Future Calamity, it would be my guess that these people believed that this would be of help if the Umber ever broke against the world, if they had been able to harness it. I would imagine the only way you can fully know is to see what you can do with it.
Maybe there's a way we could help Corey's people and all of our people, and maybe make a new place they can all live together.
My first stops would either be the Light Beyond the Crypt or the Athenium. All dangerous, and she looks, we are remote here. Much any leader in any other place might do, well, just about anything to get a hold of this. Be careful who you share this with. Hope, but it could also mean profit, and who knows, the trouble could bring you.
Understood. Let me ask you something. This seed, do you think there could be any benefit? Maybe bringing it close to our Sacred Pyre, and maybe some of the energy from that could heal it? Or do you think it'd be a risk?
I don't know enough about it to tell you that. She looks and she goes, it's in the light now. You look and it doesn't look like it's changed much being within the settlement. Doesn't look like it's reacted, even though, because you're within the glow.
My guess would be we need to rehydrate it somehow, but I just don't think that regular Umbra water is going to be it. We'll probably need to find something more spiritual, something more magical, and then we get the water back in the soil and put the seed back in the soil. Because as she said, it will grow to become a branch. So we need to be able to get it something to grow with. And with everything tainted and cursed, I wouldn't want to put anything in there other than something that was special.
There's the quintessy, but that's a long ways away. I think for now I do like the idea of going to the scary Zolthu and seeing the statue again.
Yeah, as you bring up, she kind of looks at you weird. She goes, I've heard of Quintasia, yes.
Oh yeah, Quintasia.
There could be something.
It's almost like I named it and forgot how it's pronounced.
Well, no, we had said that's what fairies call it. Everyone else calls it Quintasia.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's been a minute. Okay, fair enough.
So that was what you said. The fairies known as the Quintessy, and then everyone else goes, "No, it's Quintasia." Like, what are you talking about? That's part of the.
Awesome.
That was the lore you
I fell right into it.
Yeah, you did. It was good.
Method acting.
But yes, it was. It'd be a dangerous journey. But before you go, I'm more worried of this tree. And she looks to the other elders. With the crystal taken, I don't imagine the grand tree will live long. And that means it must be already... The Umber is probably already having its way with it.
This is the bow.
Yes. The bow, the dream bow was an amazing thing from the legends. It needs to be taken out.
They did say something when we took the crystal. They said, you don't understand, it has to be found. Does that mean anything to you?
They're not sure. They go, I'm not They go, assuming you were kind of tell them everything, I mean, might they have been looking for the seed?
Oh.
Hey, look, it is of no doubt that the tree now uprooted will cause issues. It either needs to be moved away or cleansed.
Well, we did make...
Is there another group that can take care of that?
Well, I think this is our mess.
Head off to... Do you have an arborist that you can call? You see Corey's shoulders just slump.
Yeah. Because we can prepare, would last maybe half a day from our pyre to be able to light the tree. It would consume, and if you could find where the major corruption of the Umber is within it. When you described this crystal had to have been slowly corrupting it. It's only a matter of time before it becomes sentient, or as close to it as the Umber allows. And they kind of look, they go, we would be able to help you and give you what you would. I guess we're begging you.
Yeah, I mean, if you can supply us, if you have any, like, a potion that we could take or something to help us out, that would be most useful while we're taking out this giant tree. We didn't mean to create a bigger problem. I thought the crystal would be helpful.
It's damaged, and I think, of course, would be able to give you each of you medicine for your nerves and for your bodies.
And do you know anybody around here who buys food, like eggs?
I mean, you would know people around
Okay.
here. Yeah.
So how big is this tree? I missed the first one, so.
Of course, yes. The tree itself is about 200 feet tall.
So we're talking like a redwood, like massive.
Yeah, it's 200 feet tall. Yeah, and it's a good like 60 feet wide.
And they're asking us to drag this thing out.
Well, it's already been drug up. Like so in the back, what has happened is at the inciting thing that occurred was this tree that people knew were hundreds of miles away now is only like a few miles away from town. And when it came, bodies had been flung into the air.
Yeah.
So basically, it had uprooted the tomb you all went through and threw the bodies everywhere, which caused the problem initially. And now they're saying it now uprooted and no longer sustained by the crystal, is now only going to become a huge problem. And
so it's still alive, still doing its thing.
Just not controlled anymore.
Oh.
And if this thing
becomes what was linked to it, you all cracked, and now it's been, contaminated with Umbra. So now there's going to be a real. It's a storm brewing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
All right.
Well, if it's only half a day trip, let's just get it done with. We definitely could use, I think, as much supplies and healing, rest before we go on any trip, and potentially.
That was my purpose for coming back here originally. After we got out of the tomb, was to get back here so we can get supplies, get better. Now that we kind of have an inkling of what's going on, we need more either medicines or things to help us out, maybe some food. Let's get the equipment that we need to be able to go on this trek. Going to take out the tree is a entirely different matter than going to the crypts of Zothu. So let's go take care of the tree, come back, resupply, go hit, go through the crypts, and make sure that we can heal Grim or ourselves along the way.
So would we be able to go ahead and sell these things and see if we can, I don't know if anybody needs anything, but I feel like I'm pretty good, but if we could sell these, we'd at least get some money for equipping later as needed.
The only thing I would be interested in seeing if I can find an alchemist, apothecary, someone who could help me with a potion of stamina would be nice. I don't know if how that works in Daggerheart, but I tend to use the magic stresses my body out a lot, and on a long venture, unless I get I need help with that.
Sure. So what were you looking for?
I'm basically just trying to get a potion of stamina or two. And it started off with my character was part of the thing, but I had to use it in that last battle because I was tapped.
So what they're saying is each of you, what they're able to give each of you is a minor health potion and a minor stamina.
Nice.
So
can they give us any money as well so we can go and, I guess, buy supplies we need, additional supplies?
Well, we can sell these eggs here, probably.
Yeah.
Some money.
As
And
far
are we
as
going to still be carrying the sword with us? I'm assuming we're going to keep the seed and the crystal. But is there some place we can stash the sword, or do we want to take that with us? We still don't know if it's good or bad. No one's swung it yet, so.
correct.
Or do we try it out on the tree?
I don't even know if rogues can use swords in this game. I haven't even bothered to look. I think they're pretty simple weapons. I don't know if anybody has sword use or what have you.
I don't think it's the type of weapon. I think it's more you can pick any weapon, but there's I forget what it's called, whether it's agility, strength, or
okay.
It plays
Correct.
to your.
So what type of sword is it then? Let me at least look at
what's
it.
the profile of this?
Sure. But for what you've done and everything, yeah. So in this case, they're basically giving you almost everything that they have. As far as like going around town, most of the supplies, like the things like these salves and potions and items in the settlement, are mostly kind of kept by like the council.
Mhm.
That's the kind of giving it. So like look at like around even those who make this, like people who know alchemy, they're basically making it and giving it to the council for distribution. It's kind of the way the community works here. It's basically like almost all the commerce and things are done that way. What the one elder is able to put forth and just say in hand, you see this what looks like this metal rod inscribed with runes. It's old, and you can see like though try to be cared for. There's like scratches and bits where it's seen a lot of life. As it comes forth, this has been passed down my family, and it sounds like what you're on is worthy of my ancestors. I found my life here, and I have no one who I would give this to for children. So, hopefully, it will be of good use. I will hand that over. And this, you can find it in, add it through Demiplane, but this is a suspended rod.
Suspended rod. Who's taking it?
Is it a magical weapon or item?
Yeah, and it is. You're able to. I think it might be spend a hope. I just went off of it. You'll find it in Demiplane.
Okay.
But you can use it, and it essentially stays where you put it, even in midair.
Oh, like an immovable rod in D&D.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
But legally distinct.
I know, right? I did not say those words.
Okay. Interesting. I can carry this if the team would like.
That's fine with me. It sounds like a very useful item for the party. So,
Yeah.
any one of us can do it.
So I guess I pick up the rod and the sword and place in my pack, and then carefully pack up the seed container and once again, and put a tight cloth wrap around it. Just to make sure it's extra padded and hidden, and put it in my pack as well.
Very nice.
And as far as what we get for the eggs, just so I have it marked here, was it one handful a piece or just one handful of gold, or how did that work out?
So for the eggs, it's just one handful period.
Okay.
And those are both minor potions, health and stamina.
Yes.
And the sword that we have, are we able to identify it?
Absolutely. So taking around here, there is old blacksmith who looks, and his eyes kind of grow large. As he says, "This is good, and this is a returning blade." Very powerful one indeed. And he kind of looks. I'm not even sure who can make. I don't know of anyone who can make one. He goes, it's meant to bind to whoever wields it, and no matter what you do, it will come back to you. But it takes a bit of training to be able to use.
It's definitely finesse. I know I could use it if depends on what everyone else wants to do with it.
It kind of looks and goes, there might be more. Its name is Valef.
Damn it.
I can't use it. Graham, Ellie.
I have no experience with weapons. I dabble in the magic and sorcery. Thank you.
So this is actually this is improved returning blade. This is actually a tier 2 weapon.
Ooh.
Which also means you can't use it just yet.
Yeah. That's all right. I hand the blade over to Echo. And who just so I'm sure, who took the gold when we sold the eggs? Because
So far, nobody. If you want to take it,
I'm not recording it now. Maybe Echo, you or Ellie or Grim, if you guys want to have it. Just keep it on you. I've got enough weight on me.
One of y'all hold on.
Yeah,
to
I can. I got room for gold. That's fine. I can hold it for the group. So is it just how much was it? A gold piece each?
One handful.
Yeah, it's just a one handful.
Oh,
That's
one handful.
why
Okay.
Only one of us needs to pick it up.
Yep, I got it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And incidentally talking to them, they realize what this is. They will say, for your travels, if you when you're ready to go after you've taken care of the tree, we would be willing to, as a show of thanks, send you off with a bag of gold.
Ooh.
Bag of gold is 10 handfuls. Oh.
Yeah, real nice.
That'd be helpful. All right.
All right. So I don't know if you wanted to do a long rest before you went out. Or
I
if you're
think we should, just to make sure.
I'm worried about Grim. Yeah.
Let's heal up.
Okay.
We just
totally
hiked back. It'd probably be good just to take a rest and get ready to go out and see the tree.
I know everybody wants to, but above table, this is Josh speaking. If we take a long rest, things do happen. And that's why the GM might be hoping we do. So
makes the game
you're all
fun.
worried about me. I only
Yeah.
have one stress marked.
Oh,
Well, what about your HP and armor?
I'm totally fine on all that. We healed up
Oh,
this last time. So,
I still have
go
I
ahead.
still have HP that I could heal, but isn't
Okay.
the badness a little less inside of a village as opposed to being long rested out in the Umbra?
Yeah, it's safe to rest. You don't have to do a watch.
Yeah,
So it is safe to do the long rest here.
or
It's just a,
safer.
yeah, like nothing's going to come and get you for the
other
most.
things will happen outside, though. We figured that out
Oh.
last time we rested in the village before you showed up, Eliana.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
how the tree got
Yeah,
bigger.
GM rolls for
So-
fear every time we long rest, but it makes
So we
it
do.
fun.
So we do give
But-
him a bunch if we do long rest. Also,
But we also have a requirement. We have to take a long rest
Yeah.
after so many short rests, correct?
Yeah.
So we're already
Yeah,
two short
so
rests.
your next rest has to be a long rest.
Yeah,
Whenever
that's-
you choose to do that.
so we can use it
So,
now, or if you guys
I would
want.
be
I'm for
happier
now.
if we used it now.
I mean, I'll tell you where I'm at. I only have one armor slot marked off. That's where I'm at. So if we need to take one, that's cool with me. I'll do what I need to do. Maybe build up some hope or something, and we'll because I could definitely use some hope.
And as
Yeah,
far as
and-
as far as me, I'm good on all my stats, and I'm almost full on hope.
Yeah, I can clear HP and then either do the project of figuring out the crystal for if I can start, applying it towards the crystal, or definitely prepare for hope.
Yeah, this thing, using projects to start to figure out some of these things you all want to. That's like some of the big stuff to begin
Okay.
working on those too.
Yeah,
That's part of
if-
where you can really begin that. And like I said, it just depends on
But
how
if
you
we
want.
prepare as a group, we get 2 hope instead of 1 hope. So
Yeah, if everyone takes a prepare, then everyone's getting 2 hope from that one prepare.
That would be good.
okay, so yeah, I say let's do a long rest, and
Works for me.
so that way we set our short rest clock.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
All right.
And
That
and
is,
Ellie, can I give you my minor stamina potion?
Sure, I'm not going to say no to that.
All right, I'll do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
all right. That gives me maximum fear.
Be honest. How close were you from max?
Well, not too high. I was half filled, and now I'm fully filled. So it's good.
GM is
Because I had spent a lot of it making everyone's lives miserable. Getting out of that with the last battle.
Yeah.
And part of that because I didn't want the travel back to be too horrible. So I was like, let me go.
but
ahead
it
and
makes the last battle here more epic.
yeah.
Yeah.
But well, okay, because a long rest, I roll a d4 and then add the amount of players to it.
Yeah, now that we're a full party.
Yeah.
So long rest
It's a
almost
fine time.
always give me a bunch of fear, and that's how it's
Oh,
meant
yeah.
to be. Because, like, if you think about it in game terms, the idea is so a lot of the times in D&D, accidentally a long rest before like, oh, we're going to go to where we think the dragon is definitely going to be, actually makes the fight a lot of times less fun because you're so full on everything that it can get a little crazy. And this is designed so like, yeah, you're going to get all your resources back, but now there's all these resources on the enemy that that work out well too, and it guarantees a very engaging encounter, which is usually fun. So
Okay.
absolutely. So let's process that downtime. And remember, so you can describe how you're doing the things. Sound like you guys wanted at least to do one big group preparation session. So why don't you go around and everyone describe what your character brings to that?
What are we preparing? This is my first one. Help me understand what's the group prep session.
So if you take a prepare action on one of the rests, you get 1 hope. But if you do it, if 2 or more people do it together, everyone gets 2 hope.
Oh.
And so for everyone who wants to take a prepare action, you could just, as far as what does that look like, it depends on how you would look. That's up to all of you, how you'd be taking the night or whatever.
Poor Grim's prepared with the group. He leads them through a bench press routine. Gives Echo 5 pounds on each little thing.
What?
Gives Ileana 20 pounds. Gives Corey, like, feels a little bad, so he starts with him with like 80. You got this, old man.
I marker stress. It's good. I go. I know Graham is, just worked up and always, ready to go. But I know what calms him, and a lot of us, Simia, is, I go behind him and just start grooming him. Cleaning up his fur for him and just helping him calm down and rest to get ready for the upcoming journey.
Very nice. And anyone else taking that prepare action?
Yeah. Echo will kind of. I kind of see this as almost like Footloose with Kevin Bacon teaching you all how to dance, except it's teaching you all how to tiptoe. So, just kind of showing you how to sneak a little better and avoid things. Like, just kind of having y'all creep through the darkness.
Okay, I like that. Almost like training. Like this is how we're gonna, approach. This is how we won't get caught. I think just Eliana, right?
Yeah, and seeing as 3, I've just realized I maxed out on hope, so I'm gonna work on a project. Well,
all right, so
we still have the 3, so everybody can still get the hope.
Yeah,
the 2 hope. But I'm gonna work on a project and start working on this crystal. Start trying to think about, looking at it more, analyzing a little bit more, trying to figure out if that energy that's bleeding off is it having more effects. Just pouring all of her magical information, consulting, books or memory or whatever. So I'm going to start working on fixing this crystal because she's absolutely fascinated with trying to be able to heal a crystal.
Yeah, you got it. This is going to be a D12 project. So that means we start at 12 and we want to work our way down that counter to completion. Okay. But you can go ahead and give me a knowledge roll to start it off.
Let's see. So no, can I use my my lowerborn? You have advantage in roles that involve history, culture, politics, prominent person or place. Maybe can it?
I don't assume it's history. I think it's more of Arcana. Like you're really trying to understand the magic of this, right?
Yeah. All right. So I got a 10 with hope.
A 10 with hope. Okay. Then the counter is going that puts the counter down to 1. Works out. Because that is a failure with hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so basically if you get a failure with hope, you can still do 1 there. It's only a failure with fear that we wouldn't progress it.
Okay.
But, cool. Which means if you kind of think of like the higher you go in that like echelon, you actually can get more than 1 progression.
Okay.
Potentially per roll. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
I think
so it goes success with hope being 3. I think a crit being 4. So
Echo's final action is just get her up to 100%. She's going to spend her last action repairing her armor. And since it's only 1 slot, she's going to get it anyway. So she just kind of sews that up.
Nice. Very cool. Sewing it up, getting it all good. And Eliana, so I think the visual with the crystal here is a lot of this is drawing and measuring it, right? Getting your exact thing. Okay, this is how big the crack is. This is how big the crystal is. There's ways that you do know how to gauge like different magical energies that pour off of it. So like getting the precise, like, okay, this is actually, how do you measure magical energy? I would say
And,
run it up to you.
well, I'm just trying to take because I thought you said there were some runes on there too,
Yeah.
some sort of writing. So I'm just going to do. I kind of like where you're going with this because I have to get a kind of a baseline. So I'm just denoting if there's are there changes in colors while I'm looking at this thing. I'm writing down each of the runes or glyphs or wards or whatever those symbols are, so I can, if I've come across any books, I can maybe start learning what those mean, because I'm sure it's something that I've never seen before. And seeing the size, just trying to get all the base. This is day one, and so that way, starting a journal basically in a small book, going, all right, what happens when we're near X? What happens when we're near Y? So I'm just trying to get all that information kind of started in the crystal journal.
Very cool. I love it. What is one kind of specific to either you or the world nomenclature that you're using or term?
To in the world, I guess I'm comparing it to whatever I was taught about the Umbra and that evil energy, that maybe there's, because I believe that in my experience you look to the light, and so I'm trying to see if there's the light in this crystal still, and how to get that to come back and overpower the darkness.
Okay.
Does that work?
So it is, yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
call that light versus dark, or would you like some other terms for that?
Let's go with the light versus the Umbra. Yeah.
Light versus umbra. Okay. Basically, I was getting like you're now authoring how we refer to magic in this world. That's kind of what I'm giving you. That's
Okay.
like
Let me, can I digest that a little bit more and give you a name next time?
absolutely.
Okay.
Very cool. All right.
You know what? Let's so I'm kind of referred to as the Aether Weaver. So it would be the Aether versus the Umbra, which is in classical, those are opposed things.
I
The
like
Aether
that.
being sort of ethereal and the Umbra being the under. So yeah, it'll be the Aether versus the Umbra.
Okay. There's the two energies that seem to exist.
Yeah.
Go more with that of light and the veiled gods and umbra, this force. Awesome. And then everyone else's actions.
I can
Or
help somebody
Graham.
else.
Yeah. For Grim, he just does the same for Corey. Just de-stress. He kind of picks up Corey and sets him down. He goes, "Don't move." And he starts slowly picking out stings out of you, eating them.
Nice. Just a little softer, please.
I said, "Don't move."
Mark another stress. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I can. Does anyone need any help with anything, the project, or I guess can I assist with any way? Because I've had a few rest sessions here that I'm good on everything, or I can just prep and get.
Yeah, if no one needs anything, you could also work on a project if there's something you want to do. It could be the seed or something else.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. I would like to. I would like to take the seed just to double check and bring the container over to the sacred pyre and just kind of sit there and bring Grim along with me, of course, but sit there and just see if any reaction happens. Open the container to the sacred pyre like as close as I can get without seeing any damage to the seed or to myself.
Okay. Yeah, give me a knowledge roll, please.
All right, knowledge roll. That is a -1. Wonderful. All right, that is a 12.
With hope or fear?
Fear.
Okay. That's totally fine. So we're gonna mark this down. This is another 12 count for you. which would mean like if we're playing on a table, like you'd always set this die to like 12 or 11, it would start to go down.
Okay.
But this is going to be, she said this is 12 with fear, so we're going to mark this immediately down to a 10 because that's a success with fear. And as you begin, I think as you look at it and you see it shine within the light, as you let the fire light of the pyre burn upon it, it gets a little bit more of that iridescent rainbow sheen to it. It reflects more clearly. Before, when you found it, it was hard to see, and now it's very visible. And you can see where it has the crack, where it has been dried. But I think as the heat comes off, you kind of, a little bit of sweat comes, and you see that it slowly seems to drink that up. Like it's perching for this liquid, for water. Doesn't necessarily move or whatnot. But even as it does that, it almost like it's trying to maintain itself the best it can. You're fairly sure that getting the right ingredients for this. What's interesting is when you look, the light that's reflected off of it seems brighter than what is coming onto it. Almost like it's magnifying what's here.
All those over and kind of ask them to confirm, hey, guys, look at this. Does that look like it's glowing? Like it's it looks like something's happened to it. It looks better, healthier, doesn't
You broke it.
it?
I don't know much about magic. You should probably check with, maybe Echo can look in there. She's really small.
That's great that it's responding. Like I said, I think we need better than just lumber water for it. But I mean, just the fact that you're giving it attention alone, maybe because some people talk about their plants like they're alive. Maybe lots of good happy thoughts and staying. Remember, look to the light. That maybe that might help too. It was such a bleak situation that we're in. Just positive warmth, goodness, along with the a holy water of sorts, something from a spring or that still hasn't been tainted. I think we can bring this back.
And I can also test it out real quick. Just lay it down.
Sure.
And Echo flies over.
Yeah.
And lies down on it and takes a nap.
All right. I look on with hope. I have no idea what's going on. This is all
Echo's just being strange, and you're like, "Oh, Echo's being Echo," and with it burning, and as you just watch Echo kind of lay on it, you do see like her whole body almost becomes outlined with the light as it goes up. Weirdly, almost like it extends the pyre light here. Further and out past the walls near the tree. Even from here. I'm sorry. The light, it sends a light, almost a little spotlight. It does, the light goes up and it goes kind of into the sky almost a little more. And then I'm breaking that, but what you can hear coming over the walls is the creaking of the large tree. Roots moving while you get your rest and the warmth. sounds like things are brewing as the Umbra begins taking the sacred bow. With that, we will end for tonight. Or today, actually, this morning.